When I first started working online and I got into dropshipping and e-commerce, I was really new to it. So I built a general store, I picked some winning products, I threw them in there, I promote, I marketed, I advertised them on Facebook, and I couldn't find success. There was few sales, but I was spending much more than what I was making. A lot of people right there and then, they would quit, which I actually did. I quit, I sat back, I thought about it, then I came back for another shot. The second time, I changed few things and I picked a niche and I wanted to focus on that niche. I came back, tried it again, there was a little more success, but a little bit later, Facebook hit me with a big bang. All my sales tanked, I was broke again, and now this is my second attempt and it failed. I came back with a different game plan, diversified my marketing, and tried to not rely so much on Facebook, and things started to work again. A little bit later, PayPal hit me with the good hold. I kept problem solving and adjusting, and now I have a brand that sells worldwide. Even though I've gone over the hump, I'm still having to deal and problem solve day in, day out. Moral of the story is that when you start a business, you start at point A. Point A being the first business strategy and idea you have. In my case, it was opening a general store and finding a winning product. I did that and it did not work. So I made some adjustments to get to point B, which was focus on one niche and change your marketing. So I did that and I went to point B with a new business model, new strategy, and that worked with me a little bit, but then also failed when I got shut down by Facebook. Now that I'm at point B, I had to readjust and get to point C. Point C being a new business model, maybe rebranding, whatever it is. In my case was diversify my marketing and start a new store. You're probably noticing the pattern by now. When you start normally trying to get to point A. And most of the time, 90% of the times, it's not going to work. If everybody comes with a business model and a marketing strategy and it works, everybody would have a business. But most of the time, it's not going to work. What you have to do is analyze and adjust and then trying to get to point B. Point B, a new business model, maybe branding, maybe market, whatever it is that you need to change up to see if there is more success at that stage. So you make your adjustments, you get to point B. Point B, it might not work. Maybe 50 to 80% is not going to work. If everybody has to make a couple adjustments and their business gets off the ground, everybody, at least 50% of people would have a business. Reality is you'll have to keep adjusting and moving from point A to B to C to D. And how far can you go is the question. Because at the end, at some point, if someone is making money in that market, you should be able to make money. It's just a matter of time and matter of how much you analyze and adjust, analyze and optimize and see what point you need to get to find your first success. You can fail 100 times. All you need is one win to be successful. So keep moving from one point to the next and do not get stuck and do not spend too much time on ridiculous things like a logo. If a logo is taking you more than half an hour, you're wasting your time. You should be focused more on marketing, maybe branding, maybe store layout, other things that are much more needle movers than a brand. Most people that I was meeting during my travel that would take weeks to get their website up and running, a week or two to get their logo in, they don't really make it. You have to move fast and you have to move strategically, focusing on the needle movers, things that really matter. If a logo takes you a week, how much would other stuff take you? A lot of people take them 6 months to a year to get to point A. If point A takes you 6 months and then point B take you another 6 months, you're already a year in, losing money, effort, and mostly losing patience. And then from point B to point C, another 6 months, 1.5 years in. You want your movements to be fast and agile, meaning 2 weeks to point A. Just validate that business first. Don't focus so much on decoration and fluff. Focus on the main things and trying to get some validation. If that doesn't happen at point A, spend few days more, a few weeks more to go and test plan B. From plan B, and if B doesn't work, move quickly to point C, D, and so on. Success is out there for you to grab. You just need to get after it. If you give up, you wasted all this time and all this experience. But if you continue on, you can use your failures as lessons to improve for your next move. In short, be fast and mobile. Make sure you focus on the right things and you move forward faster. And don't get frustrated when you fail. Just understand it's part of the process. If it was easy, everybody would have done it. If everybody needs to come up with a business model and a marketing strategy and they get a business going, everybody would own a business. I hope this video was helpful. If you like this kind of content, hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you want to learn more about the digital nomad lifestyle and how to start an online career. Hit the bell button and leave in the comment section any question you have. I answer all the questions via video. So thank you again for watching. See you on the next one. Peace.